How to maximize your AdSense ad revenue. That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So you want to stay up to the very end of this video so you can learn more. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome, karibu. My name is Eva Mtali and this is Eva Mtali Finance, your #1 YouTube channel for all things making money, mostly online, passive income opportunities, as well as side hustle ideas. So if any of those topics sound exciting to you, you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that every single time I shoot a new video, you do not miss out. Without much further ado, let's dive in straight into today's video, the best way to maximize your AdSense ad revenue. So if you are a content creator with the aim of generating revenue through your content, you are probably using AdSense, Google AdSense, to monetize your website content and to generate revenue. So Google AdSense for a long time has been the advertising partner of choice for most content creators, mostly because it accepts publishers from all over the world. So most people have always relied on it. But about 1 year ago, I discovered a new publisher and I decided to try. And since then, I have always been a very happy content creator. So you probably may have heard of, at the time they used to be called VigLink, but now the publisher is called Ezoic, and that's the one I am currently with. It's the same partner that I use to monetize the evamtali.com website. So the best way to maximize your AdSense revenue, that's what you're going to be talking about. So with your AdSense, you can use a Google certified publisher partner to improve the way your advertisements appear on your website. And that's where Ezoic comes in. So one of the best Google certified ads partner that I recently discovered is Ezoic. At the time I registered with them, they were called VigLink, but now they are called Ezoic, and have used them for close to, actually slightly more than a year. I think this is now the second year, first month of the second year, and it's just been amazing. So when you monetize your website content with Ezoic, they promise to increase your revenue up to 300%, by up to 300% in 3 months. So usually it's between 50 to 300%, depending on how much you really create your content. And for me, bearing in mind that my evamtali.com website is a travel related website, and I joined Ezoic at a time when the world had literally shut down and people weren't traveling, and I was still able to increase my revenue by a very significant number. And guys, if you want me to do a video comparing my 1 year on Ezoic with 1 year on Google AdSense, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be able to share that with you. So previously, at the time I joined Ezoic, at the time it was called VigLink, you needed to have at least 10,000 page views per month for you to be registered. But currently that is no longer a requirement. Anyone can actually get approval even with less than 10,000 page views in terms of traffic. So Ezoic also approves some non-AdSense publishers. So this would depend on how your website looks like and the type of content that you create. So even if you're not an AdSense kind of, if you're not an AdSense publisher, then you can still consider Ezoic. So as I've already said, Ezoic is a Google certified partner and it runs display ads on your website just like AdSense. So if you look at my website 1 year ago and you look at it right now, you're not able to tell the difference whether it's Google AdSense or whether it is Ezoic, because the AdSense, the advertisements are almost similar. So what Ezoic does is that it uses their ad testing methodology to identify and match each reader with the appropriate advertisement. So when you go through a particular website that is monetized using Ezoic, they are going to put advertisements on the website depending on your search patterns, depending on what you have been looking for, and everything will be matched to what is appropriate to you. So what happens is that Ezoic does all the work for you, and all you have to do as a content creator is to create content. So unlike let's say Google AdSense, where it's up to you to decide where your advertisements are going to be, how you're going to place them, how many, Ezoic does the testing, and it uses AI, that is, what is that? Artificial intelligence, machine learning, to make sure that people get appropriate advertisements and they are placed strategically on your website, which means more revenue for you. And then the other thing that Ezoic does to make sure that you receive a lot of profit is that Ezoic works sort of like an auction bid kind of thing, because it competes with other advertising networks on your site to make sure that they get the highest bidder on your site. So depending on the kind of content that you create and the traffic that you direct to them, they will compete with the networks such as AdSense to make sure that the highest bidding advertisement land on your website, and that's how you get more money compared to if, let's say, it's still Google AdSense. So if AdSense wins, for example, then AdSense will be displayed, but if Ezoic wins, then it's Ezoic advertisements that will be displayed on your website. So by allowing, and the other thing is that you get to choose how much of your traffic you want to allow Ezoic to take and how much you want to leave with Google AdSense. I personally gave 100% to Ezoic, and the reason is because by allowing Ezoic to have more access to your traffic, it ensures that website display advertisements from the highest bidders will have a higher chance of landing on your website. So basically, as I already said, as long as you are creating content which has commercial purchase intent, then you will benefit from Ezoic, and this is one way that you can increase your Google AdSense. So what are some of the advantages of using Ezoic? So number one, as I already said, Ezoic has no traffic requirements. Initially, it used to be up to, I think, June 2021, you needed to have at least 10,000 page views on your channel for you to be considered for Ezoic, but these days you don't need any requirement. Some advertisers, such as so many other advertisers will ask for 25,000, for example, minimum, and they insist that 60% of those must be from the US, for example. But with Ezoic, they don't choose. And then the other thing is that unlike most advertising networks that require traffic from specific countries, with Ezoic, it is open to publishers from all over the world. So as long as you have content, you can apply and you have a chance of being enrolled onto Ezoic. And then the number three, their customer service is top notch. When you are enrolled, they're gonna assign you a relationship manager who helps you out with staff and contacts you, gives you guidance and everything that you need. And then number four, it's very easy to put advertisements on your website using Ezoic, because they will just give you a plugin that you put in the back end of your website and everything installs automatically. It was very easy. I think I did it in like less than 5 minutes by myself. And then I also like their dashboard. It's very user-friendly. And when I do that video comparing my revenue when I was in Ezoic, when I was in Google AdSense, and now that I'm in Ezoic, you will see the dashboard. It's very user-friendly. It gives a lot of information. You can look at the analytics per month, per week. You can compare to different months, per year, and all that. It's really, really useful. And then the other thing with Ezoic, unlike Google AdSense, which pays you, for example, pay per click, somebody has to click on an advertisement for you to be paid. With Ezoic, it's per view. So every 1,000 views, you're gonna get paid by Ezoic, yeah? So as long as somebody visits your website and they look at an advertisement, then you get paid, which is really good. And then the other thing is that in terms of the promise to you, when you sign up, they say you're gonna get an increment of up to 300% revenue within the first 3 months. I have seen it. I have had tremendous, for me, it has been more than 300, but I think it's probably like 600%, if I'm not wrong. You'll see it when I do that video. And then in terms of payment threshold, and like, for example, other, let's say, affiliate marketing organizations such as like Booking.com, they have a threshold of 70 euros. But with Ezoic, the threshold is very little. It's just $20 US. So if you make $20 US and above, you're gonna pay it that month, and they can wire it directly to your bank, or they can pay you via PayPal. I get paid via PayPal, for example. And then the other advantage of Ezoic is that Ezoic is a Google certified partner, which means they have been vetted by Google, and therefore everything that they do has to be per Google standard. So there's a very little risk of you being penalized by Google on violation of ads placement and anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. And last but not least is that if you're just starting out, I think it's a great advertisement partner because it's very user friendly. They don't have too many punitive issues like other ad networks that I have seen around, and yeah, so it's worth giving it a try. The number 2 way you can maximize ad revenue is by, so once you have already registered with Ezoic and you have it firmly placed in your website, the other way to maximize your ad revenue is to try and drive as much traffic to your website as possible. Remember, you get paid by the number of views and they pay per 1,000 views. So you want to make sure that you're getting as much traffic as possible. So one way you can do this is by marketing your website through other alternative channels. So for example, if you have a Facebook account or you're in various Facebook groups, you have a YouTube channel, talk about it, drive traffic to your website so that you have a lot of eyeballs on your website, and then you get a lot more money. So that's exactly what I do with my YouTube channel. I use it to drive traffic to my website, and so I'm able to generate income both from views on YouTube as well as from views on my blog through Ezoic. So guys, those are the 2 main ways that you can maximize your AdSense revenue. Let me know in the comment section below which of these are you currently using, which advertising partners are you using, and what surprised you most about Ezoic. Thank you for staying up to the very end of this video. If you found it useful, please remember to give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Leave a sweet comment below and share it with all other publishers around there that might benefit from this information. Thank you for staying up to the very end of this video. I definitely look forward to meeting you on the next one.